Hi there. It's the 20th of February 2024, and there is a story that's just coming out of the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's to the effect that the Western powers are forcing the DRC to negotiate with Rwanda. The Western power in question is the United States, and the article is, I've managed to access it from Africa Intelligence, and it says the Democratic Republic of Congo has reluctantly agreed to consider dialogue with Rwanda, but only if the latter ceases its military presence on Congolese soil. So now, how have we got to the point where the Western powers are essentially forcing the Democratic Republic of Congo to negotiate with people who have a state which has invaded its territory, violating its territorial integrity? And from 2003 up to 2022, the Democratic Republic of Congo has been under an arms embargo. So it has not been able to acquire weapons on the international market, to arm its army, to build an air force, and it has been functioning virtually with no army capable of actually protecting its frontiers or maintaining peace and order in the in Congo itself. So now, what has changed the situation is that since the lifting of the embargo, Congo has actually been able to go on the international market, acquire weapons, acquire armaments, acquire all the equipment it needs to be actually self-sufficient in terms of its protecting its frontiers. And now, in February of 2023, as you can see from the screen here, the DRC government acquired 9 CH-4 combat drones from China. The CH-4, according to the description available on the internet and from the website I've accessed, is a medium altitude, long endurance, what is referred to in technical terms as a MALE, unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV, and is capable of carrying a variety of weapons, including air-to-surface missiles and bombs. I've got an illustration of the CH-4 drone and the small insert in there, the small window I've got on screen on there, and that has made a lot of difference. That has got us to the point where the Democratic Republic of Congo, its interests matter to the Western world, and this has made actually brought Rwanda and Kagame to their knees. And this is so now let me see. So the DRC government is in a project of rearmament, re-equipping its armed forces, bringing it up to the levels on par with the regional competitors, or even better than what countries like Rwanda and Uganda, what they've been able to do. Basically, for the past 25 years, they have been able to walk all over Congo because there was basically no army, nothing to oppose them. So now, here is the Republican Guard. That's the Special Forces unit, and that just shows you, I just wanted to illustrate to you the project of rearmament, re-equipping, and bringing up to speed the armed forces of the Congo. And that's a Special Forces unit. It's responsible for protecting Kinshasa, the capital, and the surrounding areas. It can also be deployed anywhere in the DRC. And that has made the difference. And then there have been the DRC has been building up its air force as well. Aside from the drones, it has acquired the Sukhoi 25. Those are Russian-made jet fighters, fighter jets from think these ones, they have been acquired from Angola, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So those they made the difference. The drones have been so effective in neutralizing the enemy positions in the eastern part of, specifically in the towns of Ruchuru, Masisi, Rubaya, where we have got the coltan mines, and where Rwanda is actually dug in, and they've actually taken over that part of the Kivu provinces, and they have actually been doing extracting minerals, and they've been shipping them to Rwanda with no doing whatever they please, just whatever they please. So now these are the how the drones have been used in the Eastern Congo. They've managed to take the drones. They would go. They've been deployed into the enemy positions. They take pictures. They relay them back to the main command areas. Then from there on, the command element of the Congolese army, they've been relaying this information to the artillery units, and then they will use precision-guided weapons to actually bombard these positions, and then they have been using these to arm the drones, and then they have been dropping bombs on the Rwandan troops who are dug in, and this has been so demoralizing on the Rwandans and the M23. There are mass desertions. They have loads of funerals taking place in Rwanda. Of course, they will tell you, "Oh no, we are not. This is a purely Congolese rebellion." No, it's Rwanda, and they are actually the reason why they are asking the Western powers to intervene is because they are losing their equipment, they are losing men, and yeah. So this is how we go to where we are, and the Americans have actually asked the DRC and I'll just get you a screenshot of from I think it's from a website called Politico. It's an American website, and they have termed this deal the multi-part deal for Congo and Rwanda, and its purpose is, they're saying, is to de-escalate fighting between the DRC and the Rwandan forces. So, well, the Kagame would say, "Oh no, this is purely Congolese. This is an internal matter." But then you see, you have got, on the other hand, you have got like Western powers like the United States. They are saying Congo has to negotiate with Rwanda. Why not? Why would they actually insist, if it's an internal Congolese matter, that DRC has to negotiate with Rwanda? Yeah. But then, yeah, there you are. That's and then the Congolese are being asked to ground their drones. That's one of the conditions. And then you ask yourself, why would say it boggles the mind why the Western powers would ask Congo to virtually disarm itself and to stop defending its territorial integrity. And then the Rwandans, this is probably what the Congolese have asked the Rwanda. They have asked them to pull back its forces and all offensive military equipment by the 1st of January. But well, this has obviously has not happened because we are now past mid-February, and none of all these things have happened. You know, the war is still raging on in the east. In fact, in the past 7 days, the M23 and their Rwandan allies, they have tried to take the town of Sake, and they are threatening Goma as well. So obviously, whatever it is they think, the Americans, they think they have on the Rwandans, it's obviously not working. And the reason why the Americans are actually taking this interest in the Congo is now it's to do with the minerals, and specifically the Americans are competing with the Chinese for Congolese minerals. And here is what this one of the American officials has to say. I'll try and highlight it so you can actually see what I'm talking about. The Chinese have long have cornered the market on Congolese minerals and have for a number of years. And we have in office right now, they're talking about the Tshisekedi government here. We have a government in office which has at least shown itself amenable to revisiting those contracts. So there you have it. The DRC government is actually being asked to revise the contracts it has entered into with the Chinese, or even to actually annul these contracts in favor of the Americans. And this is the reason why the Americans have decided now to intervene in the DRC crisis or the war in the East. And here, let me show you about this the bit what I'm talking about the DRC contracts with the Chinese. So this is what's at stake. That was in let me see the date on here. It's sometime in, I think it's 4th of February 2024. That's the date of the article, and it says Chinese firms agreed to raise investment in Democratic Republic of Congo copper and cobalt mining deal. Sino Hydro Corporation and China Railway Group will increase input from US 3 billion to 7 billion as part of the Sicomins joint venture. So now, the earlier on, sometime in the past, I think it's under President Kabila's government, in 2015 thereabouts, the Congolese government signed a deal with in minerals for infrastructure deal, and they signed it to the tune of something like 3 billion. And now President Tshisekedi has revised this contract upwards to about 7 billion. So now the Americans actually have decided to go into the Congo and take over what essentially replace the Chinese, and this is what is and then the other reason is the Rwandans, they have actually approached the Western powers. Now Congo is now the DRC is now powerful. It can now exert its force. It's now a player in the Great Lakes region, and the bigger part of the screen there, that's President Mobutu. That's somewhere around mid-1980s, and it's President Mobutu, and then President Habyarimana of Rwanda, and then I think that's President Bagaza of Burundi. And at this point in time, Congo was the bigger player, the bigger partner in the Great Lakes region, and this is what Rwanda is afraid of. Rwanda is afraid that once you get Congo back on its feet, Rwanda stands no chance. And Rwanda is once Congo on its knees, once a Congo that cannot defend itself. And in the small picture you have on there, you have got like President Cyril Ramaphosa, you've got Tshisekedi, and then you have got Ndayishimiye, the Burundi president. Now we are getting back to an era where Congo can actually stand on its own 2 feet. It can defend itself. It is on the regional as well as on the international stage. It can actually exert its weight comparable to its size, to its population, the resources it has. And this is a nightmare scenario for Kagame. It means the tiny little sort of a postage size sort of territory called Rwanda is now shrinking basically to what exactly it represents. And that's the nightmare scenario for Kagame, right? Thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and if you like the material I presented here, please give me some likes, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.